Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you're all doing well, looking after yourself and enjoying this absolutely fantastic sunshine. Well, first cuts out of the way, my little hobby done for, hang on, for it seems to be a bit windy, done for the first old cut of the season. And that's, and all I have to do now is focus on getting ready for Portugal. I tell you what folks, it's not going according to plan for, I've got 2 or 3 upgrades for this wee girl, and of course over the winter trying to get into the garage isn't a problem. You can get in the next day if you really need it to. But see, when the freaking fine weather comes and you want anything doing to the bike, Jesus, you haven't got a chance in hell, folks. You really don't. So I set off for Portugal on the 15th of June. My clutch upgrade happens on the 2nd of June. My wee spare lights and all the rest of it, I'm getting some T3s in the front just for a bit of extra lights when I'm in the continent. Fuel tank filter and a couple of other wee bits. That all happens on the 3rd of June. So I've got clutch in the 2nd, all the rest in the 3rd. 2 different people are installing. And the spring upgrade, I think the springs come on Friday. And as soon as they arrive, there'll be a local fellow's going to put them in for us. He's a suspension specialist, very well known in the racing industry. So it's yeah, I've got no amount of confidence there that finally I'll have the proper suspension spring rate to weight type thing, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I hope you do, for I haven't got a fucking clue. But so all that happens, and that gives me 10 days to take this thing somewhere for running. So it's talk about lastminute.com, and it's like, oh my god, and the stress. And then of course I was thinking about putting this camera on top of the helmet and trying to run wireless microphones and all that sort of bollocks. But Jesus, folks, honest to God, they want another £500 for all that setup with the wireless microphones and all that sort of crap. So it's not going to happen. All I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this windscreen, and I'm going to drop down for the wee sports shorty. So it's when I'm doing the back roads in Portugal, you'll have unrestricted view out the front. So you'll see things coming before I will, and after that you can tell me that's why the crash happened. So but apart from that, folks, you know, it's just enjoying this absolutely fantastic sunshine for it. The shorts were on last week and we're out and we got some work done and all the rest of the funky stuff, and do you know what? I was definitely enjoying the start to the spring with the pure. This is the first time in 10 years, folks, we've had weather like this in May, and it's absolutely glorious. So what else was I going to tell you? I've got loads, but I just can't be bothered today. For it, I just had to get out and get the head showered, folks. For it, so I've been running about like a headless chicken, back and forward to the mini centre with the cuttings from the hedges and grass and all that sort of crap. And I've been online trying to get the satellite Gaia tracks and all that sort of crap downloaded. And folks, I'm going to be the first to admit I am an absolute moron when it comes to online stuff, and yeah, not having a good time of it at all. But I know for a fact it will be worth it once we hit the continent. For once we get that Mediterranean breeze coming through the helmet and sweating to death, then I'll know the whole lot was bloody worth it. So it's but in the meantime, I have the 360 on, folks, so enjoy some of the peninsula, what's the word I'm looking for? Scenery. I can't even get the frickin' words out today, folks. Oh, days like this, I wish to God there was a reset button, I really do. For it truly is a sort of day where I could have stayed in bed. But again, to waste that sunshine, no, that would be a sin, folks. That would be an absolute sin. So here's one for you. And Paddy, if you're watching, thanks very much, mate, for you pulled me out of a tight one on Saturday. So I had me old, and I mean this hedge cutter is nearly as old as I am. For it's the old-fashioned Japanese Robin range. And I mean, I think they stopped making them 20 years ago, but I mean, this thing's still going strong. And there's a wee bubble on the side as a pre-filler for the carburetor or something. But anyway, the bubble's that old that because of the heat, the wee thing split. So that's me phoning about trying to get this hedge cutter, and eventually I phoned Paddy Quinn. He's a fella who does the silage with us, but he also works for Hiya here in Northern Ireland. So I phoned Paddy and I said, Paddy, I'm in the stump here, I need a hedge cutter. So he says, no bother. He says, oh, by the way, the shop shuts in half an hour. So I had the bomb from Grey Abbey all the way up here to Newtonards in the space of 20 minutes, sticking to the speed limit, of course. And well, to be honest with you, I couldn't speed, folks, for the traffic was that shite. I think I was doing 40, but I got there in time. Slow and steady wins the race and all that jazz. And a young fella sorted me out, and I says, well, how much do I owe you for the 2-day hire and stuff? And he says, well, square me up on Monday for he's trying to get it closed up. So I took it back this morning, and I said to the fella, I picked it up on Saturday morning. I said, I've used a bit of a quarter of a tank of fuel. 50 quid for a 2-day hire. I was like, you're taking the piss out of me. For a fucking hedge cutter? I said, yes. And it's like, I mean, this fella, Paddy, I don't know, it's the bald fella that works in the place. And he must have been having a Monday morning start to the week, like for, let's just say, I really wanted to punch him in the mouth, you know. For he was just, his attitude was just bleh, and I was like, nah, whatever, I couldn't be bothered, I really couldn't. So anyway, got the hedge cutter back and all the rest of it, and so the job was done. But honest to God, folks, it's a for all of the length of the hedge it was cutting, it's about 25 feet long or so. And I mean, 10 years ago I could have done that in an hour. And because of all the ailments and the injuries and all the rest of this shite, 2 days it took me. And of course it was the 2 of the hottest days recorded so far, like, so I was like, oh great. But oh, my leg's got a bit of sun, you know, my shoulder's got a bit sunburnt, and we'll keep that going for at least. I won't be hitting Spain and Portugal with milk bottle legs, like, you know. But there we have it. So that's all you lot up to date. Nothing special has been happening, and so I haven't been posting like I said I wouldn't do, for unless if anything untoward happened, like, you know. But here we've reached the 350 subscriber mark, so I'm chuffed to bits with that, folks. Thanks very much for clicking that subscribe button. It's a slow going process, but we'll get there. In the end, we shall get there. Well, hopefully Portugal will get a couple more viewers in, folks, and that'll put us in good stead for Norway next year. For that'll be the big one. Oh, here, motorcycle trailer. Hang on for it. I'm coming up to the town, so if I hit the roundabout here, and I'll talk to you on the way back. For I want to concentrate on the roundabout. So back in 5. Well, for you it'll be instantaneous, but for me it'll be like 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Back shortly. So welcome back there, folks. As you can tell, we've just gone up and turned around at the roundabout and coming back. So yes, the PASQ Adventure Motorcycle Trailer My old mate Rod Holmes, who's been designing this trailer for, it must be coming on 5 years now. They released the beta model last year, and that about, I think that over 50 people apply for it, but it was a very, very good response. Anywho, so they've designed this trailer for motorcycles, not so much the lightweight ones, more like the 900cc's upwards. And what it does, it takes all the panniers, all the bags off your motorcycle and puts it onto a single wheel trailer. Just for, do you know, the ones who like to go camping and they load their bikes up. You see them on the road where they've got two people on the big GS's. They've got two panniers, a top box, a box on top of that, and bags on top of their panniers. So what this wee trailer does, it takes all that shite off the bike and put it onto the wee trailer. So and it's designed for the likes of me and old bollocks who is absolutely buggered. And I mean, the wee thing looks amazing, and I was all excited, and then I found out the price. $5,000 for this single-wheeled mono trailer for the back of a motorcycle. Now, for all you folk in Northern Ireland, you know rightly that for $5,000 you can buy yourself two Ifor Williams 8x4 frickin' trailers, or an 8x4 tipper trailer, or no, a 8x5. Well, you know what I mean. The builders trailers you see on the road, folks. You could buy two of them for the price of this fucking motorcycle trailer. So my hopes and dreams were dashed, shot down in flames. I was mortified. And I wrote to the fella and I said, look, if I could afford it, I'd buy it. But I mean, I'm just a disabled old bollocks on benefits, like, you know. So, and I says the only way folk like me will afford that is if you have finance options and been able to put it on the HP. And do you know what? I'll give the fella his dues, for he took my concerns and my input last year, and they went away and they actually got a finance company to back them. So now this wee machine is in reach for anybody on a mid-range to high cc motorcycle, and they can load this wee thing up to their heart's content and fick away off and tour the world. And do you know what, folks? If I could take my helmet off, I would. But salute to Rob and the folks in Past Trailers to come up with an invention like that. It's just absolutely amazing. I mean, they looked at the market and they looked at old buggers like me, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, it's time for. I know a lot of folk out there saying, no, you shouldn't have a trailer on a motorcycle. But here, do you know what? If I drop this thing, I don't want to be freaking taking 50-60 kilograms of luggage off. Where I could just unhook the trailer, lift up the bike, rehook the trailer, and away we go. You know, it couldn't be easier than that, folks. And I just thought, do you know, if I survive, and this is the big if I can survive Portugal off-road this year, and it's not off-road, it's fucking farm tracks and windmill access roads and just, you know, off-grid roads, like, you know, it's not hard off-roading by any means, but still, it still requires a bit of foreplanning and skill, folks. But anyway. And I just thought, do you know what? If I wanted to do Norway next year, why not invest in this wee trailer? And I thought I could do Sweden, Finland, up through. I could make a whole summer of it. And then after that, you know, the world is my oyster, folks. If I wanted to go to outer Mongolia, I could. not that I ever will, folks. For this year will be killer cure. And again, it all depends on the reliability of the wee KTM. I hope you heard that. She sounded mean there, girl. Oh. The twist of that throttle and the grunt of that exhaust. Oh, bejesus. So yes, so that was the ADV trailer, and again, Rob, hats off to you, mate, and well done. Hang on, folks, let me concentrate for a minute, will you? So yeah, so there you go, folks. It's a lovely ride out for some lovely scenery with hardly a cloud in the sky, listening to the grunt of the new exhaust, catching up with some bloody blah and all the rest of it. So that is us for the day, folks, and I can dare say it'll be a week or two before it posts again. For the work starts this weekend with the upgrades, and I'm sure it'll take a week or two. So until the next time, get out, enjoy this beautiful sunshine, look after yourselves. No matter what you do, have fun if you can. Oh, listen to this. She sounds beefy. That's awesome. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one, folks. So until then, toodly bips and look after yourselves, folks. Bye bye for now.